we have Johny, an experiential marketer working with Wizcraft International Entertainment Private Limited. He has a hands-on experience with global event platforms like Global Citizen Festival, Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, International Indian Film Academy Awards 2018, and Times Lit Festival, to name a few. We welcome you, sir.
It's lovely to be back here in Christ University. It's been 2 years since I've been here, but it's lovely. I remember sitting in those rows out there and now being out here. It's lovely. Ken, I know we don't scream out here, but you guys need to give yourself a round of applause for sitting here on a Saturday. Sorry, sir. Thank you firstly to the faculty that's invited me out here, Astana. Thank you so much for all the faculty also for extending this invitation out here to be at Media Talks 2019. I graduated from Christ University in the year 2016 and headed up working with Wizcraft International Entertainment, arguably the #1 company for event management and experiential marketing in India. So I want to show you a quick glimpse of what we are and what Wizcraft is, and I want to show you some of the work that we've done so far.
Where creativity meets technology. Where ideas meet innovation. Entertainment spectaculars beyond imagination. Magical moments. Electrifying experiences. Mesmerizing audiences.
Everybody having a night.
Unifying communities. Making the impossible possible. Wizcraft, believe in the power of dreams.
Yeah, so that's where I work, but it isn't always as glamorous as it is on screen. So there is no business like the show business, but when it comes to experiences, it's something that you need to deliver. So today, what I'm going to talk to you about is not going to be on the lines of the kind of work that has happened. Yes, I will use some examples, but I'm going to leave some thought starters in this session out here. I'm going to leave you with a thought to think about how you can choose a career or how you can choose the kind of profession that you're in and how you can take it out to the industry. Yeah? So I'm going to use an analogy in the next couple of slides and the manner that I'm going to take about this presentation. And I would like to put across some examples as to how this can be applied and how our overview or rather our perspective can be about a particular thing or a particular experience. We look at the first thing. Can somebody tell me what this is? Everyone sleeping? You have to light that on. But never mind. Yeah? So it's a tea leaf. Yes, rightly said. So a tea leaf is something that I'm going to use today to tell you that this tea leaf represents us. And the tea leaf needs to be sown on the right ground. And it produces only when it is sown on the right ground that you can reap a harvest. So a tea leaf out here, the kind of skill set that it comes with represents us. The skill set that we come with, the new passion that we have, zany energy that we bring to the table. We come with all of this. We come with all of this when we've gone out there. We have an amazing skill set that we can go out and make a change. But do we have direction? We do not. So that's when we move on and see that we have a filter that comes in and puts us in a bag. When we are segregated, when we are segregated and put across separately together, that's when we make an effect. And what is this segregation basically? This bag that I'm talking about is the filters that come across through your teachers, through your peers, through the people that actually influence you in a manner of what kind of a future or what kind of a person or what kind of a personality that you develop to be. That is this bag. A group or set of skill set, a group of passion, a set of energy coming together into this bag is what makes this tea bag much more effective. So what am I trying to get to with this? How we make do with this entire bag is basically with the kind of ethics that we build across. You guys are in an amazing place where you study at the Media Studies of Christ University, where you're churned to deliberate with the kind of ethics that you work with the kind of ethics that you kind of deliberate with. I'm sorry, I'm repeating, but the kind of point that I'm getting to is you guys are churned in a different manner altogether. And how you direct your path is what you're shown out here and how you can take things out over there. So this entire set of tea leaves coming together into this bag is what makes you who you are and what kind of a flavor you can infuse a little into the future. Moving on to the next one, the thread that you see out here signifies the adaptability, the flexibility, the kind that you can understand what your client is, the kind that you can understand what your target audience is. The more that you can stretch, the more that you can be, is what you will make an influence out there. So when I talk about thread coming into play with the tea leaf, when you dip the tea bag into a cup of hot water, it gives you a particular flavor. You keep it there for a while, it gives you so much more. You keep it for a longer period of time, you get so much more. So the kind of adaptability, the kind of flexibility that you bring as a person, channelized by the ethics, channelized by the kind of churning that you have received by your tea bag, is what the kind of flavor that you will bring out. And lastly, coming to the kind of brand that you are. Nobody. Yeah. So, unless you have a brand, you are not noticed. So, when that brand goes out there and brings a certain standard to a table, is when you are understood what you are worth of. For example, when I started back in 2016, there was always a taboo that when we get to the event management section, or rather the experiential marketing section of the industry, they were like, Christ work in a particular way, which I'm not surprised. Yes, we are a separated generation, or we are a separated chunk because we work in a particular way. But your brand is what you carry, and your brand is something that you can showcase in the manner that you can make a difference in the way you function. And that brand makes out what kind of an experience you will deliver to your audience, to your clientele, and the kind of impact that you can make. So I'm going to tell you about a couple of examples that we work with, or rather how we work with in terms of how we deliver to our clients, bringing this ethics to the table. So ethics for one person might not be the pleasure for another. So ethics is mainly defined by what your clientele is. So for me, I work with different clienteles, and each of them have a separate set of ethics altogether. So I had a client that came about, I think last year, and said they want a themed party. Okay, and what is the theme that they were looking for? 50 Shades of Grey. So yes, we can develop an entire experience with 50 Shades of Grey, but what was the objective, or rather, what was the kind of experience that this entire clientele was looking for? Was just looking to go out to the Caribbean islands, have a good time with strippers and stuff all across in a boat, which is not something that I would really do, or rather, it's not something that I would resonate with or kind of create an experience. But in the show business, yes, it does work in that way, but we can't help it. So that's why you take a stand and say that I will curate an experience which would probably have something on the overview of 50 Shades of Grey, but I would design a separate experience for you altogether. We never went on to win that pitch, but I'm pretty sure that we left a spark in the client's mind that his event could be looked at in this manner, which is much more impactful than actually winning that business. Because what you deliver, or what people will call you back for, is what you will be remembered for. Coming to something like the IFA Awards, everyone's so glamorized about the IFA Awards. We are actually known as the Oscars of India. We are arguably called the Oscars of India. But yes, we do something for the TRPs, but also we have been authenticated by the jury that's out there, saying that we almost deliver almost 75%. As to 75% we are authentic with the kind of awards that we give out. Yes, we do give out the social media awards. Yes, we do give out things like the stylish awards for the TRPs and stuff. But our jury, when we give out the awards, we are 100% sure that we are giving out the right awards to the right kind of people. Doesn't necessarily have to be TRPs, because we've already made it. We're 30 years into the industry, 3 decades of phenomenal work into the audience out there, and people remember us for what we are. We don't have to go out and make those TRPs over there. We are known as our brand. So your brand is what matters to you the most. So looking at something in terms of how you can look about this in the future, be well informed about what kind of work that you want to take. The event management space is no longer called an event management space. It's called the experiential marketing space, because event management, or rather events that you create, has to be looked as a story. Like Gayatri mentioned out here, look at everything as a story. From the time that a brief comes out, a brief might just be about 10 lines, or rather even 5 lines, saying that I want to do this event in this place with this many people on this date. But what are you going to do? Are you going to just go put up a stage sound light? Are you just going to do their travel? Are you just going to do their registration? Is that what the experience that you want to create? Or do you want to tell them a story from the time that the event starts? Or rather, even before the event starts? You design a campaign. You design a theme for them. You design a name for them. You design an entire structure, and that's what makes you an experiential marketing person. And now we don't call ourselves event managers anymore. That we have people to do that anybody can do. I think Christ University is doing a phenomenal job with the cameras and everything out here, doing a fantastic job with event management out here. But does that make you an experiential marketing person? Not yet. You will get there. So the thing is that look at everything as a story that you can package. Look at touch points that you can actually make an impact with. For example, there's an event that we're going to do for a client of ours in the month of September. So they told us that they want to do something from wealth from waste and something that would be memorable for them. So how do we put this? I mean, they don't want to spend a lot of money. You definitely shouldn't be spending a lot of money if you're using wealth from waste. So what did we go ahead and do? We went ahead and created an entire tree made out of waste products. Yeah, and then used handmade paper or treated paper, yeah, and printed a particular amount, printed a kind of a sticker, or rather a creative that was made that was printed on treated paper, and this was QR code enabled, yeah. So what happens is at an event when a person walks in, they will get to go see the tree, they get to pluck a particular paper that's there, that's hanging from the tree. This essentially turns into a sticker, and you can put this up on your laptop, which can actually be scanned, and you will get a glimpse of the entire event that you were part of for the 3 days. So these are kind of ideas that you can take forward and see small touch points and how it can make a large impact. This is something the client bought instantly because you're getting an ROI, a return of investment for what you're not going to invest so much into, but the kind of result that it will reap will be so much more. So be very well informed on what's happening and what's trending in the current industry. Be very technologically advanced because we've tried everything in terms of augmented reality, virtual reality, you've got a mixed reality now, and be well informed on what can be done and how you can make an impact. Technology is your answer for what you can do in future because we're moving away from doing things physically. We're all in the digital space now. I'm going to show you a small snippet of an event that happened last year. It was an opening ceremony, and I want you to see this, and then I will explain as to how and where this industry is going. This was the opening ceremony of the League of Legends. How many of you are familiar with the League of Legends? Yeah? Okay, I can hear a few. So this was the opening ceremony. So here what you see is one of the characters, which is actually a dragon, that was actually going to be flying around the entire stadium when the opening ceremony happened. Is this possible? Do you think it's possible to have a dragon flying around in the stadium while an opening ceremony is going on? I don't think any one of you will be alive. So the thing is that what happened over here was we used augmented reality. Yeah. So when the performances was going on, the audience never knew that a creature like this was going about on top of them until they viewed the screen. That when they saw themselves on the screen and a dragon passed by them. So that was the kind of experience that the people who watched it on digital media saw, that what kind of an impact this kind of an event created. And it went on to win a lot of awards for the kind of technology that they had used for this event, and it's called augmented reality live tracking. So gone are the days that we just use augmented reality now you have augmented reality which can actually move with you. So that's the kind of trend that the industry is going to. Every day is a potential new day that you can create something new. And that's what I have been doing in this sphere or in this profession for the past 3.5 years. And it's been beautiful to be part of this because every day is a creative new. Every day is something that you have an idea, we can channelize it and use it somewhere, and you can see it transform. The learning levels are tremendous. The stress levels are greater. But nevertheless, your learning is what will take you out there. With that, on that note, thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed this and you have a thoughts to start the work you do.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your creative work with us. Could I please request Dr. Irene Lyons to give away the token of appreciation to Mr. Kevin?